Good morning, everybody. We are. It's the Fruit Nut News on, of course, 16th today. 16th, ladies and gentlemen. 16th of the 3rd, 2026. Well, there we go. Yes, we're 3 months into the year, and things are getting very, very exciting. Now, for all those people that, of course, are struggling to work out what's going on, join the fucking club. Join the club, ladies and gentlemen, because right now, right now, you're probably like me. What the fuck is going on? Anyway, we'll try and piece it all together for you. Don't worry. So, Sharon Young first in, Lisa McCulloch's in, Dave Hunter's in, Nina's in, Angie's in, Diane's in, Sheila's in, Jan H is in, Gradis is in, Jen Meese's in, Jill's in, Sue Allen's in, Mary's in, Pam Keenan's in, Christine M's in, Jason's in, 863111's in, got no idea who that is. Rose Stewart's in, Shirley Wellstead's joining us tonight. How you doing, Shirley? Hope Glastonbury's okay. Kelly Close is joining us as opposed to Kelly far away. So Belinda's in, Smarties is in, Lillian Florence is in. Smarties, I'll give you a call in a bit, mate. I've just been busy. Lillian Florence, Graham's in. So there we go. Some beautiful people in today. Now, of course, we had the Oscars yesterday. Oh, fucking hell. What a self-righteous bunch of bullshitters these people are. Not satisfied with having millions and millions of pounds. They just have to come on every year and give themselves a few fucking awards, pat themselves on the back, and yeah. So, these awards take about, 2 days to get through, we've got the Best Bullshitter Award. What else have we got? Best Arsehole. What else have we got? Not literally. It's just such, it's just a comedy. It's just a comedy. And meanwhile, of course, the BBC are lauding it all up and that. And, this is at a time, this is at a time when we've got a war, we've got a very serious war on. We've got serious problems all around the world. And here they are, these just, just absolute idiots. Absolute righteous, self-righteous idiots, coming up and doing some political speech about fucking Rwanda or fucking whatever. It doesn't make any difference, really. But just unbelievable. And I think the classic is we have to go back to Ricky Gervais. Ricky Gervais, a few years ago now, actually tore them a big arsehole. And, I was just sat here watching it, a little bit of it yesterday. And it seems to me that these people don't actually know what's going on, right? Now, I'm pretty good at body language, and I can reasonably pick up on what people are, feeling and energy-wise, etc., etc. But what I get from these people is that they are so far removed from reality that they've just got no idea what is actually about to drop. And when it drops, I hope there's some cameras around to pick up this self-righteous bullshit, you know what I mean? And it's incredible. And Ricky Gervais basically just said, listen, come up, get your award, right, and fuck off. That that was what he watched them. That's that. Do you know what I'm saying? That is what. And I mean, they were on today talking about, oh, didn't so and so look well in the floral? Oh yeah, oh, the colours really suited her eyes. You know, this is a person that's been to Epstein Island. This is a person that's, you know. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, and they're all there going, oh, yeah, Julie looks so cool. Oh, the shoes that she had on, you can actually go and buy them now in Prada or wherever it was. Oh, man, it just stinks of absolute bullshit. And, you know, all the problems you got in the world, and these dickheads are there dicking it up. Do you know what I mean? You know, literally. What else have we got? BlackRock. Now, BlackRock, this is quite an interesting one. BlackRock has stopped people from drawing their money. Now, this is a company that's got something in the region of 11 trillion assets, apparently. But the question is, have they really got 11 trillion? Or is it 11 trillion on paper, not on gold? So then the question remains, who's got the gold? Because the gold is, somebody's got the gold somewhere. Somebody's got the gold somewhere. So, yeah, it's very, very interesting. Now, we've had Bill and Hillary Clinton up in the dock. And, of course, we've now got calls for, there's a call now for Melania and Trump to step up to the plate. Now, what they haven't told you, it's the most interesting one, okay, is a woman that you probably never heard of. Her name is called Tova Noel. I think that's how you pronounce it. Now, Tova is a very important woman. Tova was basically in charge of Jeffrey Epstein back in 2019, and she was the person that was there at the time, and nobody has spoken to her. Nobody's spoken to her. And bear in mind, this is 6 years ago now. Nobody's spoken to her, right? We're only just now, 6 years later, hearing about the Zorro Ranch, right? 6 years later, the Zorro Ranch, where all hell broke loose at the Zorro Ranch. So Tova has been sub-subpoenaed to come to court, basically to talk about the night that Jeffrey Epstein deaded himself. So that's going to be pretty interesting. That is going to be very, very interesting to see what's happened there. Now, remember, of course, that the reason that she's not been brought to, to testify is simply because, of course, the FBI and the CIA and all of the people that are all running the shit show, they're all compromised. And, of course, they wouldn't bring something to court that would incriminate them. Now, if you notice what's happened is a lot of people are saying that Trump has got, brought in a load of Muppets to do the job. And he's got rid of this and he's got rid of that and he's got rid of the other. But the question has to be asked. Is has Trump got rid of all the people that were blocking the questioning of Tova Noel? I don't know. We're just, I have to cover all aspects of the story. It's up to you to make your mind up who's doing what, where, when, and how. And that's where your rational brain needs to kick in, and you need to start thinking outside of the box in different ways than you are being told. Okay, so yeah, very interesting. Now, General Flynn has come out. General Flynn, good old General Flynn. He's come out and he said, "We are now at a time in history when we need to do the right thing. Trump and his team need to focus on the corruption, Epstein, the fraud, Minnesota, fucking whatever you want to call it, okay, and bring that to book." And I tend to agree with him. I think it's time. Now we're not talking years, of course. We're not talking years. I think we're probably talking. What should we say? We're probably talking maybe days, maybe days, maybe months, etc., etc. So we'll wait and see. Because it's a very fluid situation. So we do know that there's some chatter in regards to disclosure. This, of course, is in regards to the aliens and all that. Now, for me personally, I don't think you can come out and just announce that aliens are knocking around, because that would just knock 10 bells of shit out of most people. Because, of course, the deep state have made out that the aliens are all bad and that they're here to do all kinds of shit. So maybe what needs to happen is, and I think it's going down that route, there maybe needs to be a situation, whether it's nuclear, whether or not it's war, whatever. We need to have an emergency broadcast, just like there was on V for Vendetta, where basically the people are basically told, and the only way to do that is to get everybody home, get everybody in their houses, and do this broadcasting and tell everybody what the crack is and what's been going on, and so that they can. So that they can basically be educated, so to speak, in our language, because our language at the moment is completely different to their language, and they don't seem to grasp what we're talking about. So does that make sense? That's the only way I can describe it. It's like so we've got to learn them, we've got to teach them the language that we all know about. So it's going to be interesting times. Now, of course, as you all know, from a military point of view, we're getting massive confusing reports. Some reports are saying that the military are standing down. Others are reporting that the military are not standing down. People are talking about, as Trump lost the support of the military. In some ways, that would the support of the military over what's happening would basically lead to the military coming in and taking over. Now, we know that there's got to be some form of military control in order to set this precedent ready for, I don't know, EBS, whatever you want to call it, disclosure, exclosure, inclusion, whatever. I don't know. But to me, that's how you need the military to come in. Like let's say, for instance, the UK, right? We need the military to come in, take over, arrest every fucker, okay, and then basically tell everybody what's happening, okay, either as they are doing it or, a very short period of time afterwards. Then what happens is the military take over. We have, people are chosen from their past records, so to speak, and they are then, I won't say thrust into the limelight, but they then work together to create a better world, a better team, a better situation that we've got. So very interesting. Very, very interesting. Now, let's talk about Lesbian Miliband. Now, this guy is a very, how would I describe him? I would say he is an absolute twat. Okay? So he's on the political show yesterday, and of course he's talking about helping people. He's talking about, making stuff cheaper. He's talking about helping Britain, the economy, helping the people, and he's talking all the right stuff. But this is the problem. They talk about it, but they don't do fuck all about it. I mean, so let's just have a bit of a recap over the last 60 years, right? When did taxes come down? Never. When did you pay less for fuel? Never. When did you pay less for petrol? Never. When did you pay less for a car? Never. When did you pay less for a Mars bar? Never. When did you pay less for a Cadbury's cream egg? Never. When did you pay less for a cup of coffee? No. When did you pay less for a sandwich? When did you pay less for your lunch? When did you pay less council tax? Never. So for Ed Miliband to stand up there and start spouting about this, that and the other and all that, right? What a crock of shite. An absolute crock of shite. Verbal diarrhea may as well have been coming out of his mouth. Because let me tell you, right, that guy is in charge of taking £1 in taxes from fuel tax, because that's what we'll call it, fuel tax, okay, on every litre that is sold in the UK. £1 a litre. Just so happens that every day in the UK, right, 40 billion litres, 40 billion litres of fuel are sold every day. Now, I don't know about you, but you do the maths, okay? 40 billion a day. 40 billion. I mean, like, even Dick Turpin wasn't brave enough wasn't brave enough not to put a mask on. But here we have supposedly an educated man, fucking educated. He's an absolute twat. No wonder the country's in such a state, because I doubt whether these people can run a household, never mind run a country. In fact, some of them couldn't even organise a party. I mean, even Boris Johnson got that one wrong. Know what I mean? Unbelievable. Now, Elon Musk tweeted out yesterday, very interesting tweet, this one. All jobs will be optional. I told you it was coming, but I don't know. Maybe people don't believe me. Maybe I haven't got a nice face. I don't know. But anyway, all jobs will be optional, according to Elon Musk. There will be a universal universal high income. Not a basic income, a high income. Yeah, that's what I kind of want to know. Now, going back to the war, it's very, very clear that there's some shit happening. Okay, now it's probably a little bit confusing, and it takes myself getting my head around it as well. But anyway, let's just have a quick thing. You all know that the British Corporation, the Royals, and London basically rule the waves, so to speak. Watch the water. Okay. Now that control is collapsing. So the petrodollar is collapsing. Now the war is not a war as such. What it is, it's basically a reset of the petrodollar. Now here's an interesting one. Of course, we've got oil sanctions going on and all that. So this was quite a clever move. Remember when Donald Trump went to Alaska to have a word with Mr. Putin, and everybody thought that they were talking about ice and and all that kind of thing. They weren't. Basically, Donald Trump went to Mr. Putin and said, "Listen, this is what I'm going to do in the future. We would like you to put some oil on the side, so that in the event of the Strait of Hormuz closing, we've got some, collateral." Now, that could run with the story, which broke a couple of days ago, that Baron Trump had bought 30 billion barrels of oil. Okay, so that them two stories could now coagulate themselves. Now, remember that Donald Trump at the moment is calling for all countries to keep the Straits of Hormuz open. Now, this of course is a radical move, but of course what it does, it brings the world together as a whole. Now, we've even got Japan. Japan have been pulled in, okay, to supply oil. Now, what Donald Trump's done is he's lifted the sanctions, the oil sanctions on Russia. So now, once again, Russia is helping in the war, just like World War II. And most people think that the British and the Americans won World War II. What a lot of people don't know is it was actually Russia that actually liberated Berlin first. And then the Americans and the English came in and fucking claimed it was their victory. And they made all sorts of films about it, Saving Private Ryan, fucking landing on the beaches. Because, of course, the history is basically not what you are led to believe. So this is really interesting. So this is really, really interesting that all this is going on. And from the outside, of course, it looks like it's a complete and utter mess from the outside. But here's the kicker. Is it all planned? Is it all planned? Is it all a military operation, a sting operation that is designed to basically catch everyone? Oh dear. Oh. And I think that is the case. So we will, of course, wait and see what goes on. And but it is getting very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. So wait and see. Wait and see. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, listen, I've got to get off because I've got to crack on. And yeah, very interesting. Right. I'll see you all again a bit later on, around about 7 p.m. tonight for another exciting episode of stuff. So we shall basically wait and see. Okay, so have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and we will catch up with you a little bit later on. Love you loads. Take care. See you soon. Cheers. Bye.